gift? Does it seem like, wow, because I'm so gifted, you have to choose, or it seems harder to choose between one deal or one offer or one solution versus the other? Do you have multiple offers, multiple things you can do to help solve someone's problem? I understand the feeling. As a creative myself, it can be or sound very cringing to have to choose or decide one thing or one offer in order to solve someone's problem. But what if I told you that was actually the very important thing, because it's only one thing that really can build and help you operate from your foundation to serve the people that you're called to. Being in too many different directions, it sounds good to have multiple gifts and multiple ways of doing things. But the challenge is when you have more than one gift and you're a creative, you try to implement all of those at the same time. And so, in this video today, I'm going to talk about focus on one offer and why that is so very paramount and important to your success in what you are doing. Because really, I talk a lot about identity for those that don't know, and I help kingdom based or faith based entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, and experts 3x their kingdom business revenue without compromising their faith in God or copying marketplace trends. And so you can tell by that description alone, it really is important to focus and operate from the foundation of who you are at your core. And as a creative, it does get very tempting to have the SOS, shiny object syndrome. Well, this time I'm starting with this offer, and then you go down the road and you get bored quick. And then now you have another offer that you're doing, and you seem to be on focused on that. And now you get bored with that. Now you go to the next thing, and now your focus is split in three. And how can I tell you about that? Because I did it myself. Yes, but it takes focus, takes discipline and commitment to focus and follow through on one course of action, one offer, like one, especially in the beginning, right? I think the thing is we hear things like multiple streams of income, which is cool, which is, um, it sounds good, right? But what it does, it can also, um, it can also sound like multiple, you think you have multiple problems, and so you're trying to use multiple offers to solve that. And so now you think that you're clear, but really it's a sign of confusion. Thank y'all for joining, by the way. Hey, I really appreciate it. In this particular video, again, we're talking about focus on one offer. All of us have an answer. All of us have a solution. All of us have been gifted with something, right? But even if you have one gift or you have many, the point is what you've been given is supposed to solve a problem for someone else, right? And so you can have an answer, you can have a solution, but the challenge, if you were like me as a creative, is that you have multiple things and you're trying to make multiple offers. And I'll tell you, that was so confusing. It sounded good, but it was confusing. So today I'm talking about that for those that are just joining. Again, right now, like and subscribe to this video. If this has been a blessing to you, share it with someone else who may need to hear this. Because look, we're in a world right now where everything's coming at us, all kind of information. You see this one offer, and then you jump to the next offer, and you jump to the next one, and so you lose focus. But this right here, you have an answer, and today I'm going to very simply share with you about focusing on the one offer, or taking that, what you have, and really putting it in one offer that can serve the people you're called to. So if you're ready, let me know in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and start with this. What I want to say, the foundational thing or key right now or outcome for this video is to let you know when you have how clarity collapses when you have offers competing with one another. You have different offers at one, like you have It could be, I can help you with a book, or it can be, I can help you with this video, or if you have, or I can do music, and you're trying to offer all of those. And so therefore, when you do that, not only does it confuse you, it can actually confuse the audience. And this is one of the reasons why I don't use Linktree, which for some it may work, but for me it's not, because if I use Linktree, then I'm giving you, it doesn't guide you to the next step, but it actually, you see too many options. And so most times when a confused mind won't buy, because they see so many options out there. So that's why I don't use Linktree. That's why I love funnels. When I understood what a funnel was, I remember going through 100X, a guy by the name of Pedro Adeo, and he talked about that, and Russell Brunson talked about it too. When I understood that, I'm like, oh, I see the difference now. So a website looks good for branding purposes, but it really, in a way, shows everything in one, rather than actually having a funnel that can show people the value and then guide them to the next step. In other words, another example of that is if I go to the mall, and most times when I step in a store, it's a clothing store, shoe store, whatever, and I go in that store, this is how I equate a website to. I go in, and the person who works at the counter or the sales rep may come to me and ask this question, and you may have been asked this question too, which is, how may I help you? Or can I help you with something? And what is your answer most times? Your answer is, no, I'm just looking. Why? Because you're looking at too many options instead of being guided to the next step. That's how I equate a website. It's like going in that mall, and now you have so much you see, but you don't know which way to go. You don't know the next step. You don't know the next call to action. It's not really a simple step for them to engage further with you. And that's how I look at the offer. Like, what is the one offer that you have that can help them go from, yes, a visitor to an engaged, possibly client or customer or new church member or whatever the case may be, right? What's the one offer you have? Okay, so we're going to talk about that. Clarity collapses when offers compete, multiple offers. I'm going to share a key that helped me understand the difference and how to focus on one offer, even being multi-gifted. And I'm sure this is going to be a help to you. Okay, so here's the three things I want to talk about. Number one, too many offers dilute belief. You look at the word dilute. It means it devalues, or it loses its meaning of what, because you have different things that you're offering at one time. And so if you ever gone to a networking event or you ever had a business card, you go meet people, and if they tell you or ask you what you do, instead of giving them one simple, clear thing, you're telling them like all the things that you do. And you think that's helping, but really, again, that is, they'll look at you and they could be kind and be like, okay, but then what they're going to do is move on, because you didn't like make it clear who you are and what it is that you do. So if you have too many things that you're offering at one time, it's not only going to confuse you, but it's also going to confuse them. And again, it's going to dilute not only your belief, but the possibility of them believing in what you have to help them solve their problem. Okay, number two, one solution creates trust. One solution creates trust. Why? It's one step at a time. Relationships are built one step at a time. Sometimes we want to jump to the next thing, or let's say, for instance, you want to get married. You see this person and they look amazing to you, and you think they're the one. If here's the thing: if you don't have one solution, or it's not one at a time, you're gonna jump trying to get to the wedding or trying to get to the engagement without building a relationship. And what I learned that one offer does, it helps further unwrap, or it helps further unlock step by step some things that you need to know so you can make a better informed decision, right? So one solution, one answer, one thing creates that trust that, okay, this person cares about me. They're not just trying to use me. if you actually see this, when people try to pressure you to do something, pressure you to get to a result, and I know most of you, like me, have been or dealt with the used car salesman. They try to get you into the car. Instead of learning more about who you are one step at a time, and instead of asking the kind of questions to get to know you, they ask you the questions to try to corner you and manipulate you, right? So they want you to they want you to get things for their reasons. They want you to buy for their reasons, but they're not really concerned about yours because they see something only from their perspective. They do not see it from your perspective. But what one solution does, one answer does, it builds that value, it builds that trust to know that you're trustworthy, to know that I can ask this person a question and they have my best interest at heart. One solution does that. But if you have like many solutions at one time, then it's going to be more about what you can get from them, more so than what you can give them, so they can see the value in what you have to serve them. Okay, that's number two. Then number three, offers don't scale, but systems do. Here's the thing about systems that I learned. You can have an offer, you can have a system, but if you don't have a system, you're going to continue to recreate and work harder than you should. And one of the biggest things I learned and love about the tool of AI is that it helped me to build systems so that systems can be, you can multiply and now you can automate so you don't have, you work, but you don't have to work as hard, right? But you're allowing the tool to do a lot of the heavy lifting with you on your behalf. So when you look at it, yes, I can make this offer, but how do I make this offer scale? How does the offer, how can it reach more people? This is where systems come in. For instance, I'm on this YouTube video right now. If I already have an offer for you to join a particular program or further engage with me, I would put a link in the comments, or I would put some type of tool or link in the description for you to then take the next step. It could be a webinar, it could be a challenge. You see what I mean? So how is that multiplying as a system? Well, because I put the comment in there, now it allows it for you, not only you, but other people after you. In other words, I don't have to recreate every time, but I can do something one time or maybe a couple of times, but because it's recorded, and like I said on a YouTube video, just giving you this example, now that person and other people can come behind and see the same thing. And it could be 6 months later, a year later or so. And people are seeing your content and they see that particular question in there that allows them to engage further with you. And now they want to be able to take advantage of that offer. I've been watching other videos do this for a while, and I see, and I'm really kind of learning how to implement that because I'd always been engaging people. I'd always been talking to people. But here's the thing. Because I'm multi-gifted, I probably confused them because I would say one thing, but it wasn't consistent. But what I learned in building the system, it allowed me to stay consistent to where I don't have to continue to recreate the messages or restate the things or redo something completely over again, right? I can just direct people right into the system, all right? One offer, okay? Offers, yes. Offers don't scale, but systems do. And if you can plug your offer into a system to where the audience can like self-assess and find out what's best fit for them to engage further with you, that's much better than you actually yourself manually doing that. Oh my gosh, that's like pulling teeth. But that's another subject for another day. But anyway, here's the thing. Offers don't scale, systems do. All right, if you're getting value from this, let me know in the comments. I want to share a couple of other things with you, and I'll wrap this up. Okay, so confusion isn't a pricing problem. Confusion isn't a pricing problem. It's a focus problem. So if you're not focused and your focus is scattered, it's kind of hard to really have that one offer that can make an impact or that can help that person convert from just a visitor to an engaged possible client or member if you're a pastor of a church, whatever it is that you have. What's the one thing, what's that one offer that you could do that could help take them from somebody who's just a visitor to someone who is who wants to learn more about what you have to offer. All right. So here's the thing I learned. Here's what helped me. Here's the final piece I want to share that helped me with not my offers not competing or offers not competing. I learned the difference. I learned to create multiple doors that lead to one offer. Okay, let's say multiple doors. One door could be a podcast. One door could be this video, YouTube video. Another door could be a blog. Another video could be an email. Another door could be a book. Those are doorways that can lead now to the next step. And let's say, for instance, those are doorways. The next step could be a webinar, right? Now, I'm helping you go from just enjoying the YouTube video to a free webinar. And that webinar now can then help process or lead you to an assessment to help you assess whether or not we're a good fit for you, right? And that assessment tells me that if you score a certain number, that means I can set up a time or an appointment or something will be booked for you to take the next step to see, okay, you went through the pre-qualification with the assessment. Now let's see if you're a good fit for, let's say, a leadership academy or some type of coaching program, right? Bingo. Now, that beat me wasting time trying to find out whether or not you're a good fit, but the system was set up in a way to where you went from being a visitor to engage to wanting to learn more about being a possible customer. So I learned the difference between doors and offers. Yes, I may have multiple offers, but especially if I'm starting out, I need to focus on one offer. But I may have different doors to get there, right? That is how I learned about one offer. And then you go finish that offer, which is like, for instance, that academy or whatever that coaching program may be. And then it could be a next step, which could be maybe a certified coaching. It could be the next step, which could be a VIP day. You see what I mean? So instead of putting the leadership academy or the coaching program and the certified coaching and the VIP day and the mastermind, trying to make them compete with one another, showing all those up front. No, I just put the different doors there, which is like the book, the YouTube video, blog, you name it, podcast interviews, live speaking event. I just put that there for you to build engagement so you can learn more about us and we can learn more about you. That way, see whether or not you're a good fit into what that one offer is. I'm shocked. I hate it. Sometimes took a little while to get that. But what I understood is one offer seems like, well, if I just focus on one offer, this is the one I want to share with you. As a creative, as a speaker, writer, musically, right? You know what I mean? I'm just telling you from experience. I'm not telling you something I heard. I'm telling you what I know. Here's the trap we fall into. We think that, well, if I don't display all the gifts that I have and I don't show the multiple offers, then I could possibly miss out on opportunities that could lead to increased cash flow or lead to an increase in influence. I could feel like I'm missing out, but here's the thing about that. You're not. But if you focus on the one offer, you may have many doors, but it leads to one offer. Then it can open up to other opportunities that you have that you can provide. Those other things can support that foundational thing, that one offer. It's like this water bottle, right? The top of this water bottle is small, right? So let's look at it this way. If I'm gonna give the person and you are too, and you're like, I'm gonna miss out. I wanna reach all these people down here. I want to reach the more of the people. But here's the thing. They got to go through this one thing. It seems like the top is smaller than what you're trying to get to here, but you got to do the one thing here to give them access to the abundance here. So I hope that helped you today. Focus on one offer. Yes, it's tempting to go provide many offers. It's tempting to show your whole arsenal of what you have, all your gifts. But possibly popular people can't handle all of your gift at one time. You got to do it one piece at a time. Let me answer this question that Jesus is not here. First of all, Jesus is a king. And in a kingdom, he's a King of Kings and Lord of Lords. So in the kingdom, he told us to occupy, do business in his name until he comes. So really, when you look at it, Jesus is here. I'm just sharing a dynamic of how to connect with the people you're called to from who he made you to be. Rather than trying to be someone else or trying to copy someone else that you're not, and then you're not as effective. No, he made you and designed you a unique way so people can see him through the way he designed you. And if you're operating in anything or any way other than that, then the people can't really see the true light he has shining through you, because we can waste time trying to be someone we're not. We can wear masks that look good, trying to hide the true person that he made good to impact the people we're called like we should. So I wanted to share that there. I hope this helped you. I'm going to come back next time in the series, episode 4, which is going to be focused on one audience. What audience has God really given you to serve, to call, or what audience has he given you to impact and reach? Because you're not called to everyone, but you are called to someone. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Again, like, subscribe, share this video, and let me know in the comments for you. What is it about you? What's the one offer that you have, or what is that you have that you could make one offer into for somebody to take the next step that can help transform their life, okay? Again, thank you for joining. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next video.